Yes, it is very exciting. Thank you so much, Donna and Leslie. And yeah, we're going to be talking about troubleshooting with Copilot in Azure. So I'm joined right now by Hanna Endrias, who is a product manager at Microsoft. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, so if you are a developer, like many of us are, you might be wondering, like, how can you utilize Copilot to help, diagnose, troubleshoot, optimize your work in Azure? Well, Hanna, you're gonna answer this question for us.
Correct.
All right.
Exactly.
So first, set the stage for me. What is Copilot for Azure? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, we have so many Copilots. I don't know what all of them are. So can you give me a little bit of a background? What is Copilot for Azure?
Yeah, so we have essentially integrated Copilot into the Azure portal. And with that, you're able to learn how to deploy resources, optimize your costs, learn to troubleshoot, and a couple other features as well. Essentially, what we wanted to do is to make it easier for you to access the things that you want to access on Azure and answer those kinds of questions.
Awesome, awesome. So what, and this launched last year?
Yeah, so we launched it last year.
Okay, and so, but there are new capabilities.
Correct.
All right, so we want to hear about the new stuff. What are the new capabilities that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. So last fall, we did release an initial set of troubleshooting experiences. But for the spring, we're really excited that we were able to create a troubleshooting experience where we could guide you through the process. So I'll kind of jump into it.
Yeah, please show me.
Yeah, so right now, imagine you have a healthy resource and people are able to get to the home page. People are able to get to this rating page, but they can't get to this counter page. And I think this is pretty realistic. Usually everything is running pretty smoothly, and then all of a sudden,
it breaks. Something breaks.
Fire. Yeah.
Right. It's what? SREs are getting called. Yes.
Exactly. And so then you're flooded with a bunch of questions, both from your manager, from customers, where should you be looking? I mean, even yourself, what's the root cause?
Right.
Do I even know how to solve this? And will customers even be patient? So it's a very stressful, overwhelming, frustrating experience.
Okay, so how do we solve that?
Exactly. So we were thinking, what if you could just start with Copilot, right? So if we run that back, what if you could just type, my web app is slow, and then Copilot could do some of that heavy lifting, understanding what you're asking of it, and then actually pulling in diagnostics, maybe information from the web, Azure Docs, and format that in a way that's actually meaningful and really helpful. So that's what we're kind of seeing here. It's identified that a possible root cause is high CPU usage, and then below that, it's showing some possible solutions that we could take advantage of. So we could enable CPU monitoring. The one thing I'd like to highlight is that you're always in control, so nothing happens automatically.
Nice.
And you're able to get to whatever you want. So now we're taking a look at the Web App Slow tool. And this is a wonderful page. Our team of product groups and support engineers have kind of helped curate this experience. And on this page, we'll show diagnostics relevant to this type of issue. So I would like to pause here and show that I highlighted that this diagnostic said that it might be because of the application code.
Right.
And actually, for this scenario, this was in fact manufactured. So I did put in an infinite while loop, and hence the high CPU usage.
Right. So that's why.
Right.
Awesome. So you can just see that right there.
Yes.
Now, what if I need a little bit more, context about the information that I'm seeing?
Exactly. That's a good question. Oh, I guess one last thing. So this experience, I just wanted to highlight the difference between the Copilot experiences versus the traditional. You can go to the Diagnose and Solve blade and click the Web App Slow, but if you're not, aware of that,
but if you don't know where it is, right? I didn't even know that existed, and I worked on Azure for years, and I didn't even know that existed. So yeah, if you're not sure where to go, then this is a really great way to highlight that.
Yeah.
But if I want more context, what can I do?
Let's jump into that. So we actually have a summarization experience. So if you type in, give me a summary of this page when you're on the Web App Slow page, right? It can actually give you a breakdown of the top root causes and their respective solutions. You can also ask it for a further breakdown for a specific diagnostic on this page. So
that's really cool. So I like that. So I mean, not only is it going to give you information, but then you need more information about that. And it's okay, we're going to break this down for you so that you know where to go and what to do.
Exactly.
Okay. So what other types of prompts should we maybe be trying out, in Copilot and Azure?
Yes, that's a good question. So for this initial release, we kind of have 5 main categories. There are certain troubleshooting scenarios that we've really like honed on in. If your web app is down, if it's slow, if you're running into high CPU issues, if you are running into latency issues. Outside of that, we also make it easier to find some of the tools that can help you through this process. So if you need to take a memory dump, if you want to enable auto heal, if you want to see your event logs, you can use these kinds of prompts. And then we also allow you to be proactive. So before
Cool.
there is an issue, getting a sense of what are the risks for your application, the best practices, making it future-proof, and then the summarization and explanation, you kind of seen it earlier.
No, but I like that idea. Let's focus on that proactive part a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that's really interesting. So if I'm understanding correctly, you can kind of say, okay, hey, like Copilot, like look at my app and tell me, is there anything I need to optimize?
Exactly.
Anything I need to improve?
Yeah, so we've actually built like an experience where you can see, oh, these are the areas of opportunity to do better so that your application remains as healthy as long as possible.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. I really, really like this. All right, so can you give us any hints about like what might be coming up in the future?
Sure. So if you want to take advantage of this experience, like it'll be live in about 2 weeks.
Okay,
The
2
full
weeks.
troubleshooting experience. The summarization and explanation experience is actually live right now.
Live right now, awesome.
And it's available on any diagnose and solve page and any resource that has that experience. But yeah, I'm excited for for everything else we'll be releasing in the Azure Copilot ecosystem.
Fantastic. All right, and where can people go if they want to learn more?
Yeah, feel free to visit us at the booth. We actually have a bunch of experts who
Awesome.
are answering questions. Please take a look at our documentation. That has a full comprehensive list of what we're able to do in the Azure Copilot ecosystem. And just sign up if you're also interested. But I think we're making it available for most people soon.
So it's going to be the next couple of weeks. It'll be available for basically everybody in the portal. Some of the stuff is already available now. You can visit Hanna and her team at the booth, get questions answered. Thank you so much. This was really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, it was cool.